I should be like you, Mel.
Ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
Well, good morning. It's Saturday. It's slightly earlier, but it's going to be the same show. It's on the sidelines with myself and, of course, my co-host down under, Paul. Good morning, Paul. How are you doing?
Yeah, morning, Matt. Terrific, Matt. Yeah, been really wet here today. It's about 20 degrees, quite humid. But, yeah, no, good, mate. How are you? Good?
Yeah, not bad. Obviously, looking forward to the game at 12:30 today. That's why we're slightly earlier, because I've got to go straight from here, jump on a train and get over there. So, yeah, that's why we're slightly earlier today for the 12:30 kickoff, which obviously we will be touching on during the show.
I've got some news for you, Matt. I won't be going with you. So.
Yes, I know, but you'll be able to watch it though, won't you?
Oh, yeah, I'll be watching it. Yeah, mate, for sure.
Ideal. Happy days.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you can see, as always, I've got a whole host of shirts behind me, and today Paul's got an interesting one behind him. I noticed there's David Hasselhoff been round or something, Paul.
Yeah, it's a life-saving shirt, and a little story to it. You can see it says Beach Patrol there, whatever it says on there, with the Channel 9 News, the sponsors in Kellogg's and Westpac Bank. I just thought it was an Aussie flavour to put in the background today. This is what the lifesavers, surf patrol wear, and I was going to wear it, but it's that heavy. I can't, with the climate, I'm surprised how heavy it is. But very quick story, my son Adam, he'll be watching tonight with his partner Olivia in Sydney. He rocked up one night for dinner in it, and I thought, wow, I like that. So I said, I'm going to borrow that, and I've borrowed it, and I just thought I'd put it up there because I know you're a shirt man, Maddie. You've got 106, haven't you?
Well, actually, since Christmas and my birthday, it's gone up now. It's got to be, I'd have to count them again. It's got to be 110 now, I think.
Wow.
It might be more. I honestly don't know. But
good stuff.
But yes, that was an interesting one there to put in the background, Paul. But I must say, if it's quite heavy, how do they wear it during this time of year for you?
Yeah, I know. You know those heavy, thick rugby shirts that you get?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. And I put it on, and it was like having an overcoat on. And I thought, nah, I'm not going to. It's really heavy stuff, but it says on there, patrol captain. So you better behave yourself, mate. But
yeah,
because I'm the patrol captain today, so no worries, just something different. Anyway, let's move on, Maddie. That's lovely.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's quickly just pop into the chat and just say hello to everybody. Just before we do Spot the Ball, obviously we do have Spot the Ball today. In the chat is Malcolm. Good morning, Mal. Hope you're well. Good morning to all in the chat. Happy Saturday to you all. David DaCosta, morning all, and everyone in the chat. 29 degrees and sun.
Wow.
Beautiful. Well, to be fair, the sun looks like it's trying to come out here, but it has rained overnight.
Yeah.
But hopefully it stays dry for today's game. It'd be nice to have a bit of lunchtime sun during the game today, if possible. Chris is in. Hope you're well, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Dave DaCosta. Hey, Paul, did you wear that top on Home and Away or Baywatch?
I've been in both. I've been in both, Dave. But about 20. I reckon about 39 degrees up Queensland, mate. But no worries.
Vanessa, the Watkins gang are in. Good to see you. Yes, Craig must be in the background with this kind of question. Where is Pamela Anderson?
Well,
So
I did have tell Craig I had a mystery guest. He was here in that shirt, but he's gone. So I don't know where he's gone, Craig. He's gone for a run or something down the beach, mate. So this is what Craig, when Craig talks about the temperature in Australia and all the sun and everything. Yeah, they do. They wear this thick, heavy shirt with that and red shorts, bright red shorts they wear with that, and a little hat on the top. I'm not wearing the hat, but hey, morning, Chris.
Paul's mate here, Mark.
Oh, Mark. Hey, hi, Mark. How you doing, Mr. Maserati? He drives a Maserati. Mark does. Yeah, cool guy. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, Matt. Mark. Yeah, cool.
Max, hello, Max. How's it going, Matt and Paul up the Cherries? Yeah, we're all good, Max. We're looking forward to the game today. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Can you ask Paul to stop having a crack at Spurs? Kicking a man when he's down is cruel. Right, we promise. Nothing on Spurs today.
Well, we've got to cover their game, haven't we? Just for a minute. So
yeah, we have got to cover their game.
Yeah,
we have got to cover their game. So we'll see what prediction we come out with, Mark, and hopefully it's all good. And Craig, I can't hassle the Hoff. Enough said there. Let's get on with Spot the Ball then. So here we go, guys. This is Spot the Ball this week. You do have a guess of A, B, C, or D, and Paul is going to remind me exactly at the end of the show to reveal it before I forget. But this is actually the screamer of a goal that's Matt Ritchie scored against Sunderland during our maiden Premier League season. So if you can remember the goal, it was an absolute screamer. Well, this is it in a photo form, but where is the ball? A, B, C, or D? Start chucking it in the comments, and I'll star them, and I will reveal all at the end when Paul reminds me. So do please remind me, Paul.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you. And if anyone's watching towards the end, and you think I'm going to forget, please chuck it in the chat. But let's get on with today then. Some stories to cover. And we're going to start with the first one, which is Adam Smith. So Smithy, obviously, he's come sixth now, I think it is, isn't it, on the all-time appearance charts. He's overtaken Paul Morrell. And Paul Morrell obviously is a Cherries legend, and he's told AFCB website this week that Smithy deserves legendary status. So let's just have a quick look at what he has said. So yes, with Adam Smith overtaken Cherries legend Paul Morrell in the all-time appearance charts, the former Cherries left back has said our captain deserves to be known as a legend at Bournemouth. He told AFCB.co.uk that Smithy deserves all the recognition he gets and is an AFC Bournemouth legend in my eyes. He's having an absolutely fantastic career at the club and he has been phenomenal. He is one of those players who gives everything in every game. He's been a great start to the club and is an unsung hero. My apologies there, coughing. Bit of a cough coming on, I think, in some respects. He goes about his business without any fuss and is very passionate about the game. The club have brought in some good right backs since he has been there. That's absolutely true. But he has seen them all off. He has kept fighting for his place and he has earned it. He gives 110% every time he plays. In some ways, he reminds me of myself. He just gets on with it and does his job week in, week out. Even when he's not in the side, he doesn't moan and is a great team player. He always has taken his opportunities when he has had them. I've got a lot of admiration for him. In this day and age, it's a remarkable achievement to make 419 appearances for one club. It's another memorable milestone for him, but one which probably won't hit him until after he's finished playing. You don't really look at things like this when you're playing. I remember someone telling me how many games I'd played after I retired, and I thought, wow, that's some achievement. I hope Smithy will feel the same way, because playing all those games for one club is something special. I know he was rewarded with a new contract recently, and that just shows how important he is to the team and the squad, and how highly he is thought of. As I get older, I always used to laugh. You start off as a young and promising player before you become an experienced veteran. So that's some of the points there that Paul Morrell made, which, to be fair, Paul, I completely agree with Paul. He's, I mean, Smithy's a favourite of mine, but yeah, go on, I'll let you start this one.
Oh, look, I think he's part of the furniture, really, isn't he? He's, when he came from Spurs all those years back, I don't think he cost a lot of money. I couldn't be sure what he cost, but by today's standards, I don't know if it was 50.
I think it might have been a free transfer. I can't remember. I
think
so. I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean, all the managers that have coached him, they've always, haven't they? They've always prioritised him at right back, and now with his age, he'll be getting on the pitch tomorrow. I don't think he'll start, but he'll be on. And, for fresh legs, about 15 minutes from the end or something, and never lets you down, But great lad. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, no, he's, I mean, like Paul's points there, about how he just gets on with it, always gives 110%. He always has done. And, when you look at it, the longevity of Smithy, you don't see that in a lot of players anymore. And obviously a lot of people do forget as well that he actually played for us on loan during our League One days. The season that unfortunately we missed out in the playoff final when we played Huddersfield over 2 legs that season. He actually came in on loan. And spot on as well about the right backs. Plenty of right backs have come in, over the years that, just can't seem to take that place off Smithy. And there has been some real talented players. I mean, another one that I like, Max Aarons, I think he's a great right back. Obviously we've got Jimenez that's coming now, who looks like he will possibly be the successor long term, hopefully for Smithy. But, his experience still being in and around the squad is going to be, invaluable. Obviously, he knows the club like the back of his hand.
Yeah.
So for someone like Andoni Iraola, to have this kind of, player in the ranks is definitely important. Like Paul says, whether he's on the pitch or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's got the captain's armband there, and he'll have that if he comes on as sub tomorrow. He'll take the armband for sure. But,
right.
A one-off, mate. A one-off, and a rarity. A rarity for loyalty in these days, isn't it? But that's for sure. Yeah. Good stuff, Matt. Yeah,
and as you can see there, a championship winner, a championship runner-up as well, and an established Premier League player. So, yeah, it's great. It's great to see. So, but yeah, let's just quickly jump back into the comments quickly. We will go through these quickly today, guys, because obviously I've got to be on a train at some point, so we will just quickly go through them. Remember this one, I think that's the for the spot the ball, remembering the goal. Max, I'm pretty sure our last home game against Sunderland was a 2-1 loss when Defoe scored a penalty against us and they had 10 men. Yeah, that's right, that is correct. Believe you're right, Max. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, not too bad, Craig. Yeah, just having a little conversation there. 1-2 promotions with us as a Premier League. Yeah. Looking forward to the game later. We'll watch with Darren and Ollie. And yes, there they are. The Wombats are in.
Johnny.
Great to see you.
See you tomorrow, mate. See you tomorrow.
So obviously this week there's been some news as well about the stadium. There's been an update which myself and Paul will give a bit of reaction to now. But so yeah, the new south stand that won't be completed in time for 26-27. The bottom tier will be, but after the news broke, after the Echo broke the news of the announcement earlier this year that the south stand would be ready for the start of the 26-27 season, which was going to raise the capacity by around 7,000, I believe. Plans have now been revised, so. There looks like there's going to be a little bit of some changes. I know there's obviously some points that Paul's got that he's going to make very shortly, but the revised plan. So the new 3,000-seater lower tier of the south stand will be constructed. The southeast and northwest corners will be infilled. Turnstiles for all stands will be relocated to the new perimeter, creating a larger outer concourse. A newly built and relocated ticket office will become operational at the new perimeter. Internal refurbishment of both east and west stands will be completed, including the introduction of 3 new hospitality spaces. Overall stadium capacity will increase by over 1,500 seats, and there will be an updated media seating and enhanced broadcast facilities, which will be incorporated within the West Stand. Paul, I know you've got some thoughts and you've made some notes about what's gone on. I know there's a lot of talk about, season tickets being moved and things like that. But yeah, I'll let you take the lead on this one.
Yeah, Matt. Well, yeah, just the basic points. There will be an extra 1,500 seats in place for next season. However, 600 are going to be donated for the hospitality area. So they're going to put another 600 hospitality seats in there on top of what they've already got. And one of the things that people have been pointing out is that for the lower teams in the league, like Spurs, in case Mark's watching, the lower teams in the league, they do have trouble selling out what they've got. So they're looking to the future long term, obviously. And ones that they can't sell out, I wonder whether they'll end up selling them at a price to away fans to fill the place up. If they can't get in, they can always buy an away fan or an away fan seat. The other 900 seats are going to be put on up for general sale, or possibly partially some of it go to ticket or season ticket holders. Plus, one thing in there you said about the TV studios, Matt, was interesting, because apparently it's a compulsory feature for Premier League clubs that they actually have 2 studios, TV studios available, which I didn't know that.
No, I didn't.
No, but they have to, by Premiership rules, now have to have 2 TV studios. So a letter's been sent to mostly the main stand holders and obviously others, season ticket holders, to attend a meeting a week Monday on the 9th of March at 5:30 to answer any questions and discuss more details. So that's going to be some meeting. At the moment, just a little fact here that I found, hospitality seats take up 6% capacity, but the revenue brings in 40% of match day takings. So it takes up 6% of the seats, and it brings in 40% of what they're getting for all the other seats. It's interesting, isn't it? So I think mainly it's the main stand season ticket holders, Matt. But and it's changed from the working man's game, isn't it? Now, it always was. Yeah, it was always the working man's game. And most people don't like change. I think this story is just going to go on and on and on. There's a lot of disgruntled people at the moment. I mean, I saw a comment overnight about a family that had sat right on the halfway line in the main stand. And, obviously they've been there. I think they said they've been there over 25 years or something.
I mean, you will find, Paul, that, a lot of season ticket holders will be in their same seat since the stadium was rebuilt back in, 2003. So, I do understand why, fans, I do understand why fans are, unhappy with having to move. I know, also, I suppose, you've got to look at it from another way as well, that, with, redevelopment and changes and that, these things do happen. But I mean, I think are they moving the season tickets? Am I right? Are they moving the season tickets because of hospitality. Is that what it is?
Yeah, they're getting rid of. Well, they're keeping the good seats in the middle of the main stand. You know, where they come out, where the players come out in the middle.
Yeah.
Those seats in that area around there are being taken up now for hospitality.
See, I think that's I don't think that's fair, really. If you've sat there for 20 odd years,
That's right.
that's I don't think that's.
It's gonna go on. This story's gonna go on that for a long time till next season. And I mean, you imagine trying to reseat all those people and keep them happy when they're talking about, oh, we might be able to put you in the corner, and because that's what they were talking about. So I don't know, mate. I don't know where this is going to go. But Andoni was quoted as saying, we need to get this right first time. So in other words, he's I heard him say that this morning. But yeah, it's an issue. But wow, yeah, a big issue.
There was something I sent you late last night, wasn't there? Which was it on? I can't remember where it was now. But I sent you something last night, wasn't it?
Have you got it, or do you want me to look?
I'm just trying to find it now. About the comments.
Oh, right.
About the quote, about the referencing to people asking if the stand was going to, if we're going to operate without a stand. So there's some quotes as well been taken out of context here. But like you say, I think, I think unfortunately this is going to go on a little bit longer. But yeah, I do feel sorry for those that have sat in that same seat for years and years and years, and they've now got to move. I know, things change and things like that, but yeah, I think it's. I
mean, you go to every game, Matt. How would you feel if you got a letter or an email to say that you need to attend a meeting because we're going to move you? You can't sit where you've sat for the past X amount of years. We're going to move you to another spot.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it was a case that it was for redevelopment purposes for a period of time, yeah, I think you would. But to give up your seat so they can make it hospitality
permanently.
I think is a bit different, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, I think I'd be a little bit unhappy with that, especially if you sat
people
there.
People don't like change. I don't like change. We get used to it. Nobody likes change, but this is not a change for the good, is it? For someone that's been there 25 years or something in that seat. I agree.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I mean, the other thing is, it's a shame that the South Stand won't be completed in time for the season. But that's, for me, it's unfortunate it won't be. Obviously, there will be a stand in place, and the corners will be filled in. So it's a shame that it won't be finished. But sometimes with works and construction works, things are planned out, and then you have to revise the plans, and then you think you've got to make changes. So it's just all part of the development, isn't it? Which is unfortunate. But
I don't think there's an issue. They're guaranteed a seat. They're not going to say, "Oh, we're taking your season ticket off you. You're not going to come in." They're saying you keep your season ticket. We're just going to reposition you in the ground. And what if you don't like where they put you? It's going to cause disruption. Yes.
Yeah. But it's something that we'll keep an eye on there, Paul. Thank you for looking up the information for me this week. I have kept an eye on it, but I've had a very busy week this week, so haven't had much time to catch up with it. So thank you to you, Paul, for that. Let's quickly jump into the comments quickly. David DaCosta, Money Talks. Changes were certain to happen. Feel sorry for those affected, but hopefully a compromise will be found. That's the important thing, and I think that's the point that Andoni was making, wasn't it? That hopefully everything works out right for the fan, and that's right. It's totally right. So hopefully, like Malcolm said, hopefully a compromise is found for everybody. But we were discussing last week, weren't we, Paul, how we've done on our predictions. We do the predictions, we do the Premier League preview each Saturday morning. And Paul's been saying to me for a little while, we're actually getting quite a few right. So I was like, well, go and work out then how we've done over the last couple of weeks. So Paul went back and done his maths and worked out what we said and who we predicted. And this is kind of where we've come out at. We have, over the last couple of weeks, so last week's predictions, we got 6 correct, which was 60%. And then FA Cup week, the week before, we got 10 correct from 14 matches at 71%.
Yep.
Not doing too badly there, Paul, really, are we?
No, well, the top one was 6 out of 10, which obviously is 60%.
Yes.
That would be the hard one to predict, because that's, I mean, like the overnight score last night at Wolves. You know, there's no way I'd have said Wolves would have won that game against Villa. I'm jumping the gun a bit here to move on, but they did. Yeah, they did win. They won 2-0. Good luck to them, mate. I enjoyed watching the Wolves. Good stuff. To beat Villa 2-0, I mean, we couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
You go, Chris.
Yeah, good point there, Chris. Thank you, mate. Yeah, so, yeah, we've not done too badly. And like you say, I'm pretty glad the Wolves game happened last night, because I think I would have backed Villa to win that one. But, yeah, we will keep you updated each week on how we do on the score predictions. Just to see, and what we're trying to do at the end of the season, we're trying to work out a percentage of games that we've predicted and what we've got right and what we've got wrong. But that might take a little bit more work to do. But that's what we're trying to do anyway, and we'd see how right we are. But that brings us on to this weekend then, Paul, doesn't it? Should we have a look at this weekend's fixtures?
Yep.
So, of course, there's the big one at 12:30, which Paul will touch on very shortly in a bit more detail. Don't forget, the Dean Court Social is out now. So if you want to hear my opinions on the game, do please check that one out. There's a score prediction, team prediction in there as well for myself and Craig. So do check that one out. Big one for Burnley at 3:00. They face Brentford. Oh, I've done it again.
Yeah. Go on.
Chelsea and Burnley aren't playing today.
That's okay. I've got the list here, Matt. It's all right.
I've left that one in. So ignore that. Liverpool West Ham, that's at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Newcastle Everton is also at 3 p.m. And then Leeds and Manchester City is also the later kickoff at 5:30. So apologies once again. I've left Chelsea in twice. So Burnley are going to be busy this afternoon, and Chelsea are going to have a busy one tomorrow. So yeah, do ignore that one. I will remove this for the moment, and we'll go back through the games just so people don't get confused. So yes, Paul. So Burnley Brentford. Let's get the correct Burnley game out of the way first.
Yeah, I think for me, there's only one winner, Matt. It's got to be Brentford. I think Burnley would be lucky to score, to be honest. Brentford they're our bogey team. We're playing them Tuesday night.
Yes.
Next week, and we'll see with Dango, etc. Dango Utara. But for me, Brentford. What do you reckon?
Yeah, got to go Brentford. I mean, Burnley. I think like I said. I think say every week with Burnley. I predicted them to go straight back down. Anyway, and it's looking very much that way. Brentford. I mean, put my hands up. I predicted them to go down this season, but their manager's been absolutely fantastic, and he's done so well. They sit. What is it? 7th? Is it 7th? They are.
Yeah, they are. You're right. 2 points above us.
Liverpool 6th, so they're 7th, 2 points ahead of us. I mean, they've done really, really well. I mean, here's a comment just flashed up here from Brentford lost last time out, and a draw with Burnley. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I think they're going to want to bounce back, Brentford. And like you say, they are our bogey team. There will be another Dean Court Social out tomorrow, where myself and Craig will discuss that game. But yes,
we also have a Cherry Slaps,
there will be Cherry Slaps as well. Yes,
with Ollie and Malcolm, which will fire through to follow up on the Bournemouth Sunderland game on Monday or Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be Monday, I believe, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So they'll have a busy week next week if they're doing the Brentford game as well. So there could be 2 cherry slaps coming up, actually. But yeah, that's why I'm going to go Brentford win on that one. Liverpool, West Ham.
Liverpool.
I watched Liverpool play Forest last week. Again, they left it right to the last minute, I think, last couple of minutes. They had a goal disallowed, I think, 10 minutes before that, McAllister, but then McAllister popped up again with another goal. I think Liverpool will be too strong for West Ham, but at the same time, West Ham could get something, They're quite stubborn, West Ham, at the moment, aren't they? So, but I'm gonna go Liverpool, Paul, I think.
Me too. 100%. Yeah. With the cop behind them at Anfield, got to be Liverpool for me. Next game's interesting. Newcastle Everton.
Yes, now they've drawn Barcelona in the Champions League, haven't they, Newcastle? And I'm sure many people remember that Champions League game from, I think, 98, when Spria scored a hat-trick against Barcelona. Spria, that's it. So, looking forward to that Champions League game. But this game against Everton, Eddie's feeling the pressure, I think, a bit in the Premier League, isn't he? So he's going to need the 3 points here. Yep. Everton, Everton at Newcastle. I think Newcastle will do it. I think Newcastle will do that one.
So do I.
Just quickly, good grief, more work. Better go and get some sleep. Yeah, you better had Malcolm. Potential banana skin for Liverpool. Yeah, do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if West Ham nicked a point up at Anfield. Right. I don't know if I can see him nicking a win, but it could cause Liverpool some problems. But
we'll keep an eye on that game, Maddie.
Yeah, I think Liverpool will edge it. Big one, 5:30. Well, I say a big one. It's a big one for City because they want to keep the points adding to the board. They want to keep right behind Arsenal. Leeds, Manchester City.
It's Manchester City all the way. With obviously with Antoine Semenyo. Yeah, City for me, 100%. 100%. Even with the Leeds, I mean the Leeds crowd are very partisan, but got to be City for me.
I think City. I think City with the signings they made in the winter window. I feel they made the right signings to push them across the line. So City for me. Should we have a look at Sunday? Let's hope I've got the fixtures right for Sunday. So Brighton, Forest.
Brighton. I think there's still. Yeah, I think when you see Forest, there's still tinges of they're not quite on the game at the moment. I think Brighton will win that, mate.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They were really unlucky to lose against Liverpool. Forest. They had the disallowed goal, and
but they lost.
They're fighting, but they lost. And I think when you have 4 managers in a season, it's just. There's no consistency. So I'm going to agree with you on this one. I'm going to go Brighton. Right, Spurs fans, those watching, David DeCosta, Mark. Here we go. Fulham Spurs. Now, Fulham have had some interesting results lately. From what I've seen of them as well, they're playing pretty well. I think Wilson is doing pretty well for him. He's been a bit of a standout player for them lately. And Spurs. Now, I'm finding this one difficult to call, Paul. So I'm going to let you go first if you want, or we can come back to it.
Yeah, I've got it down as a score draw, mate.
Score draw.
Yeah. I think, Craven, every away game in the Premier League is difficult. Craven Cottage is a difficult it depends if Spurs are up for a fight. That's right. Now, I think a draw would be good. Yeah, for me. What do you reckon, Maddie? Are you there, Matt?
Yeah, I'm here. This is me. I am here. This is me. Paused for thought. Paul.
Oh,
Paul.
okay.
Yeah, I'm finding this one difficult.
If
Because
Mark Washbourne's out there, mate, drop a comment in, Mark, what you think the score will be. I'm going for a score draw. So, yep, go, Matty.
I'm going to come back to that one in a minute. I'm going to have a little thought. Little think. Manchester United Palace, that's an easy one for me. I think Manchester United, I think what Carrick's done there has been fantastic. Now, the question is, he is obviously interim manager. If he performs well and gets them into the Champions League, do they give him the job full time? And then does it flop after? Interesting one to see in the future. But yeah, United.
Yeah, no, I think United will win it. But what you said's right. I mean, if he gets them into Europe, why are they going to sack him? The fans, I'm not sure if there's any Man United fans out there who could give us an idea. Hi, Cole. If there's any Man United fans out there that can give us an idea of the fans' opinion of Carrick, it would be interesting. He may well go and get him into Europe, Man United, he may get him in.
I think he will, Paul.
Doing a great job. Yeah. Except when he comes to Dean Court, mate, he's going to get a bit of a clobbering when he gets there. But
yes, which is, I think, is it March the 20th, Friday night? If I remember rightly.
It's not long. Yeah.
It's not long. It's not long away. Have Spurs players downed tools? Well, David's going to hope not, but David's going with a 2-0 win for Spurs.
It could be.
Arsenal-Chelsea, draw for me.
No, I'm going different, Matt. I think very close. I think Arsenal will do it. They just seem to find something, don't they, that you don't know is there, and somehow they do something. If it's a send-off or a penalty, I mean, these big clubs, we know the game. We know they get. If it's a 50-50 job and it's 1-1 with 10 minutes to go and Arsenal, they'll give them a penalty. They do this. And if it's Bournemouth, no way, mate. It's another subject for another day, but there is definitely favouritism to me. Definitely.
I am going to stick with my draw, I think.
Right.
I'm going to stick with a draw because City winning, Arsenal drawing, that brings it into 3 points, I think. Literally 3 points it will be, difference between the two.
Yeah.
And I think Chelsea, I think they've had a bit of mixed form, haven't they? Obviously, they drew with Burnley the other day, last weekend, didn't they? I think it was last weekend. So, yeah, I think, I'm going to stick with that, a draw. Now, Fulham Spurs, just to give me a little bit more thought, Arsenal to win.
Yeah, I agree. Malcolm.
1 VAR to 0.
I agree with you. Totally agree with you, mate. Yeah. How lovely for Europe to realise we've got a different Premier League winner. How lovely.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Instead of Man City. I totally agree with you. Yeah.
So we've gone from Thomas the Frank engine to Igor the engine. Well, let's see. Let's see, David. Hope so for you, but let's see. I'm going to go with Spurs win.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll make a note of that, mate.
And I'm going to go with 3-2 Spurs win.
Wow. Yeah.
There you go, David. Hopefully that's cheered you up a little bit. So that's our sort of predictions and rundown for this week. We'll let you know next time how we do. There won't actually be a show next Saturday. Myself and Paul are going to have a weekend off. I'm actually going to be away. So there won't be one next Saturday. But we will be back the following Saturday.
For sure.
And shortly, hopefully, there might be a different kind of show as well. We've got something that we're working on in the background. So hopefully we'll be able to bring you something slightly different as well at some point soon. So, but we will stay tight-lipped on that one for the moment. No worries, Dave. Always happy to put a smile on your face, mate. Let's hope they can get 3 points for you. Right, over to you now, Paul. It's the big game today.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I'm going to hand over to you.
Yeah, I'm totally jealous and envious of you, young Matt, getting on that train, mate. And Murray, hi Murray. See you tomorrow, mate. Totally jealous. Look, back four. I'll go with the team. Picks itself. Petrovic, obviously, in goal with Jimenez, Hill, Senesi, Traffeur. Midfield, and I thought Tavernier, when he came on, was brilliant. If you remember, before he got injured, he had a really good second half of the game. I can't remember who it was against. And then he got injured, but he came on. He made a difference, even in that last sort of 5-10 minutes when he came on. I've got him in midfield, mate, with Alex Scott and Adams in there. Whether he'll last the whole game, I don't know. I think Ryan Christie might get on at some point. So I've gone for a midfielder, Scott, Adams and Tavernier. Up front, obviously, Ryan is going to start. And I've gone with David Brooks on the right. Now, the one that gets me, and I got it wrong last week, so hopefully I'll get it wrong this week. I'll put Evan Nielsen at centre forward. And I just don't think he's doing enough at the moment. You know, I know they're sharing that time on the field, him and Krupi. I think he'll start with Ever. So up front, I'm going Rayan, Evan Nielsen and Brooksy. The bench, I think there's 7 first-teamers on there, mate, or 8. You know, there's quite a few there. Every player is an experienced player on that bench when we get to that. There's a very strong bench. Again, I think that's going to make a difference. I'm going for Bournemouth for a 2-1 win. I think they've had poor form of late, Sunderland, but I think it's due to Xhaka being injured. And of course, and our luck, he's missed the last 3 games. He's making a comeback. Apparently, according to the press, he's 95% he's going to play against us. They seem to play better when he's in the side. Let's hope. You know,
he's there. He's there. Not only is he their leader, he's that midfield engine for them as well.
Yeah.
So, you get a lot, Sunderland get a lot from him. And you're absolutely right. With him in the side, they've got a better chance. So hopefully he doesn't make it, but it looks like he's going to. So
it does. And, it's like when we see players come back from injury after missing 3 games, it does take, a little while for them to get their pace back into the game and stuff, but let's just hope that he's not too damaging for us. And the guy to watch for me is Wilson Lazador up front. Bournemouth 4-0, flipping heck.
That's a good scoreline there, Murray. Hopefully you're right, mate. Hopefully you're right.
Wow. Yeah, so that's I'll go for 2-1, Matt. That's my quick round up there.
Cool. So your score prediction's 2-1.
Correct. Yeah.
Now, in the social this week, I think myself and Craig actually agreed. Yeah, we did. We agreed on a scoreline, I think, the first time ever. So we actually broke it down to goal scorers. Who do you expect to hit the back of the net today for Bournemouth?
Well, if you think back to that Sunderland game, you remember Tyler Adams scored from the halfway line.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that goal? Wow. Well, he's not going to do that again, is he? So I'm going to cut him out of the scenario. I'd like to see
it trickier for you. I'm going to make it trickier for you. I want a couple of goal scorers.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go with the return to form of Evan Nielsen to get 2. There you go.
Wow. Yeah. Interesting.
He's long overdue something. And the thing that really annoys me is when he misses an easy chance, the camera goes in on him and he's smiling. There you go. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah.
6 players out, which I think me and Craig listed most of them that were going to be out for today's game in the
Robbie.
And Robbie being one of them. So this is an interesting one, Chris. 5-0, mate. What a game that'll be if it is 5-0, buddy. Let's hope so, mate. 5-0 from Chris there. Right, so that rounds up your thoughts and predictions for the game today. 12:30, It's not long. It's literally 4 hours now till kickoff. So, but last week we enjoyed doing the unusual facts. So Paul's done it again this week. He's brought in some unusual facts about Sunderland, which we'll go through now. So, some Unusual facts then about Sunderland. So the club was founded in 1879 by a school teacher called James Allen as Sunderland and District Teachers Association Football Club. Now that's a bit of a mouthful, Paul, isn't it?
Very much. I mean, that was the name of the game in those days, wasn't it? Yeah, but what a history. What a history to that club. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting when you know, obviously you know a lot of history about the club you support and things like that. But when you start learning about other clubs, you know, it's really interesting. Yeah, Sunderland and District Teachers Association.
I'll just be very quick. You see the goalpost in the bottom picture, Matt? See the goalpost there?
Yeah.
I think in those days they had two uprights, and I believe they had like a piece of rope across the top. They didn't actually have a crossbar in those days, but I couldn't be sure of that. But I'm not sure of that. I
think you're right. I think you're going really early back.
Back.
I think you're going way back before that photo, I think. But yeah, you are right. I do remember reading somewhere the goalposts were the two uprights with a rope along the top. And obviously they didn't used to have goal nets around that time either. But this one looks like there's a net there, I think, and a crossbar. But I could be wrong. But yeah, it's always good to look at these old photos. I mean, look at that old team photo there. That actually looks like the Football League trophy there, the championship trophy in that top photo, I believe.
Yeah.
Which obviously, you know,
probably. I see the lads in the top picture are practicing for free kick, stopping the free kicks. They're laying down behind the wall.
Yeah, revolutionary that.
Great, isn't it? Yeah. Move on, Maddie. Good stuff. Moving on, mate.
Good stuff. Right. Described as a most excitable captain. So in the 1913 FA Cup final, Sunderland skipper Charlie Thompson, now I believe this is a picture of him, was described as so excitable that he knocked out an opponent, yet neither player was sent off, but only suspended. Where did you find that one, Paul?
I just Googled 3 unusual facts and that came up. They did get suspended. I love the goalkeeper with the jumper. You remember they used to wear jumpers as well?
Yeah.
Back up. Look, I mean, why would he not get sent off if he just smashed someone in the... Thanks, Dave.
I think Dave's getting his own back there for all your Spurs jokes.
I'll give him a draw, Dave. Look, crazy, isn't it? Crazy. Yeah. Why he wasn't sent off, who knows?
I think the rules would have been very, very different back then. And there was definitely no VAR. Definitely no VAR for that 1913 FA Cup final. But
good one, Maddie.
Yeah. Do we actually know how he managed to knock the player out?
I'd imagine he just bashed him in the face. It's the way it reads. He knocked out an opponent. So if you knock someone out, you hit him, don't you? Yeah.
It wouldn't have been deliberate then. I'd imagine it's not deliberate. It's probably, who knows? Who knows?
I think it would have been deliberate.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Excitable, as it says, he was described as.
Yeah.
You know, I think it might have been deliberate, Matt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
Crazy one.
And built on a coal mine. So the Stadium of Light opened in 1997. Now I remember when that actually opened. Wow, a great stadium. Great
ground. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. And was constructed on the site of the former. Right. Is this right?
I would imagine so. This is what I got from.
What was it you actually got there, Paul, on this one?
Well, it was like a coal mine. It was like had been dug. You know.
I know you changed the spelling on your notes that you sent me.
Yeah, that's correct. Monk Wearmouth Colliery. Yeah.
Colliery, and that's what the coal mine was called.
Yeah, I would think it was a mine that was worked by the locals there, and they got as much out of it as they could. And they probably thought, well, there's no more seams of coal left, I'd imagine. So they went ahead and filled it in and built the ground over the top of it. Crazy.
Right. Yeah. And then to honour that there was miners that used to work there, they actually built this lamp that's pictured here. This is outside the stadium.
Yeah.
To honour the fact that the stadium was built on a old coal mine,
Yep.
a miner's lamp. So yeah, some interesting facts there, Paul.
Lovely.
So yeah. Oh, I've done it again. Look, I always do it every week.
That's all right.
What we do now, before we go on to the final section of the show this week, is we're going to do Spot the Ball. And the reason why we're going to do that is because I've just remembered. So we're going to do it now. So let's have a look at some guesses. So Malcolm's gone with C. David DaCosta's gone with B. Vanessa's gone with B. And Chris Hubble has also gone with C. So interesting. So let's have one last look at the picture very quickly. So A, B, C, and D. Where is the ball? Well, if you said C, you're spot on. There we go. As you can see, there's.
Yep.
Go. We'll be back with another one in a couple of weeks.
So those people will be receiving the check in the mail shortly. Yeah.
Yeah, your correct guesses. Because, of course, this is just for fun. Now, as you know, each week we do a musical feature. Now, this week, I'm completely out of this one because I have got absolutely no idea. I don't even have a record of theirs. I know one song of theirs. And if you'll notice from the title of today's show is Dean Court of the Rising Sun, you will probably guess the band it is. But I actually thought they were an American band. So that actually shows how much I actually know about them. But of course, this week's connection to football and music is the Animals. So I'm going to let Paul take this one away because I'm absolutely unqualified. So Paul, over to you.
Yeah, terrific, Matt. I've just, obviously, here you go. Look at this. I don't need to look at my notes. It's all up there. You start where the band is from Newcastle, not in New South Wales, Matt, but in England. And
yes.
Yeah, they were formed in 1962, and this band was extremely talented. There are three people in that band: Eric Burden, who was the lead singer, Alan Price on keyboards, Hilton Valentine on guitar, Chaz Chandler on bass, and John Steele on drums. The only one that is touring as the Animals at the moment is John Steele on drums there. But their musical style was blues and rock. They did turn it into psychedelic / progressive rock later in the proceedings. But their first hit was House of the Rising Sun, reaching #1 in the UK and US, and it sold 5 million. That really kicked off their career, but they were a top band. So here we go. Many more chart hits did come, indeed. They did split up in '66 due to bad management. There was a falling out within the band, and they were reformed under the name of Eric Burden and the Animals. The Animals did appear on the Ed Sullivan Show. If you got onto the Ed Sullivan Show in America, you'd got it made. This is around the time the Beatles went over. I think the Beatles went over in '64, earlier, before the Animals. The Stones went over as well. It was the UK invasion time. But see, look at that. That band had 10 top 20 hits in the UK and the same 10 top 20 hits in America. They were inducted into the Hall of Fame quite rightly in 1994. They were game changers, Matt, way back at that time. Yeah.
I mean, that's a picture there, and two pictures, obviously an original 60s picture, and I believe that's the band at the moment in its current formation. Is that correct? Is it just John Steele drum?
Yeah, and they're coming about an hour and a quarter away from me, the Animals, with John Steele, and I believe he's, as we look at the picture, he's on the left there. There you go, Dave. Yeah, that's right. Dave did see him in Melbourne. Still good. Wow. Yeah, that's right. Well done, Dave. You did too. Yeah, good band, mate. Yep. See, Eric Burden, that is a picture of him. That looks like early 70s at the top. And down the bottom would be in the latter years. I mean, he's 84 now. He's not 84 in that picture at the bottom there, but he had a brilliant solo career following his departure from the Animals. He had a solo career and he also worked with the band War. Between all of those bands, he made 18 studio albums, 3 live albums. This is on top of what he did with the Animals, and 7 compilation albums. And with himself and the band War, they released 60 singles. He released 60 singles. He was a great solo artist, very bluesy, Geordie, a full-on Geordie. Good man. Yeah, love it. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that is some production, isn't it? When you look at 18 studio albums,
Yep.
That is some career.
That's just by himself with accompanying bands. Now, after he made 20 with the Animals. So he's made 38 albums. Yeah.
Wow, 20 with the Animals. Wow, they made that many albums, did they?
Yes. Yeah, he would have ddone. Yeah.
Wow.
He went right through hit after hit he used to get in Britain. You should check him out. Some of his singles that he did. I know we're on chasing time. House of the Rising Sun.
Carry on.
No. Baby, let me take you home. Don't let me be misunderstood. It's my life. And a classic. We got to get out of this place. They were very working class, brought up in Newcastle. They never had 2 halfpennies to rub together, mate. And they made the big time. And that song, "We've Got to Get Out of This Place," is a classic. Animals.
I know that. That's the Animals, is it?
Oh yeah, classic. Yeah.
See, I know the song, but I never knew the Animals did it. But
great track.
Let's go towards the sort of football connection now, but let's just start off with a little bit of background about him.
Yeah, again, another member of the band, Alan Price. He had a solo career. He left the band, I believe, in '66 when the band split. A couple of his songs there, "I Put a Spell on You," to hear him sing that, wow, it's a great track.
See, I know that song, Paul. That song,
would.
But I never ever knew who done it. So I'm actually learning quite a bit here this morning.
Yeah, he's a classic organist. He played the organ on House of the Rising Sun. He wrote the words. He wrote the song House of the Rising Sun. He had a second go with Georgie Fame. I don't know if you've ever heard of Georgie Fame. With the song Rosetta. I think that was a top 10 single in Britain. But he himself, 17 studio albums, and he himself 49 singles. He was in the Animals. This was the talent in that band was incredible. And also other songs were Simon Smith and the Amazing Dancing Bear, for those people that might remember that.
Simon Smith and the Amazing Dancing Bear.
Yeah, and he did that with Georgie Fame, and I think that was late 60s. Yeah, it was just the time.
I'm going to have to look up on Spotify the Animals and Alan Price and that.
Oh, mate. Great.
And have a bit of a listen. Here we go.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. You're right, man. You're right, Malcolm. Yeah.
Alan Price set.
Yep, correct. Well done.
See, Malcolm's with you. See?
Yeah.
Murray, in the 60s, bands could record multiple albums a year. Now it seems to take a band 5 years to record and release one album. True. Yeah, it does. That's actually a very good point, because you see, when you look at like Elton John, for example, I think he was churning out 2 albums a year. Yep. And look at the songs he produced. You look at, that's absolutely spot on. When you go back and look at these 60s and 70s bands, the amount of work they did was unreal.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And the next one I love to talk about as a story, with the next one with Chas Chandler.
Yeah. Take that one away, because obviously we haven't got anything on Chas Chandler.
Sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
Take that away.
Look, quite straightforward. Chas Chandler, what a man. He was the bass player in the Animals, an original member. He is the guy that, wait for this, if you don't know the history of this guy, he is the guy that managed Jimi Hendrix from '66 until his death in 1970. Wow. And he found him in America, in Greenwich Village, playing in a nightclub. He then went on to bring him to Britain. As I say, found him in a Greenwich Village nightclub called Cafe Wha, would you believe? WHA, which is a ridiculous name, but that was of its time. And in September, he brought Hendrix to Britain, and the rest is history, as I say. But Chandler apart from finding Hendrix, managing Hendrix, what a guy to bring to Britain. The history of Jimi Hendrix is incredible. Even his death is still clouded in mystery. But he, as I say, went on to manage and produce, you'll love this one, the UK rock band Slade for 12 years. He produced all of their hits. Slade, Noddy Holder.
Wow. So when was that? Sorry?
He managed Slade from their outset, which would have been around about after 72. They would have started. He managed them for 12 years, in which time they had 6 #1 hits. And he was their manager, and he produced all the songs for Slade. This
Wow.
guy, Chuck Chandler, yeah, massive. He died of an aneurysm, unfortunately, very young, in 1996 at age 57. So,
Wow.
but this history of this band is huge. The three of them are huge. Like I say, Eric Burdon, what a career, what a vocalist, and you've got Alan Price right in front of you there. What a singer, what a producer as well. And you've got the guy that discovered Hendrix, brought him to the UK, managed him, and then went on to manage Slade. I mean, we've all heard of Slade. I've just got a few things which I'll show here very briefly, and then we need to wrap up, Matt. Or you're going
Well, 1 second, we need to do the connection to football, don't we?
Oh, sorry, you do that one, yeah.
And of course, the connection with the animals and football is that Alan Price is a Sunderland fan. So keeping it in with the theme of today's game. I don't think we'll be able to do this every week by keeping the last few weeks. We've managed to keep it in theme with the opposition Bournemouth are playing, but managed to do it again. And of course, the animals. So their connection to football is that Alan Price is actually a Sunderland fan. So
you know, Matt, he could well be there. He's 83. He's active. He could well be there. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
He might sit next to you, Matt. There, you get his autograph. Then you see.
Definitely. Sorry. Anyway, over to you again. Sorry.
Yeah, just got some stuff I'd like to show, Matt. Here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. First one, their big hit, the one that put everything through the roof. I don't know if that's coming up backwards or whatever, but House of the Rising Sun, that's the music sheet to that song. Sold 5 million. There's a picture of the original animals there. That's the music sheet. I've got a couple of albums here, which are courtesy of my good friend John Stead, who said he was going to watch. I hope he's watching. One was released in, let's have a look, 1968. And would you believe, Matt, I've done what you did. That's actually Eric Burdon. And that's signed in 2000, in the year 2000, by Eric Burdon.
Right.
Yeah, he appeared at the Woolshed, which is down at Yalla, down where John lives, and I got that from John. So that's an actual genuine signature of Eric Burdon. That's one. And another one coming up. This is a signed album as well. This is called Before We Were Rudely Interrupted, and this is signed by John Steele. We were talking about him on
the drummer.
Yeah, that's right. And he is the last remaining active member of the Animals, which will be playing an hour and 10 minutes away from me. Signed by the drummer John Steele, that album there. But that photo, this is a re-released album from 1977. That is a picture of the Animals, which would probably, by the look of their clothes they're wearing, be late 60s. Chaz Chandler, the guy that discovered Hendrix, is on the left with the black leather jacket. That's Chaz Chandler.
The one sat down.
No, mate. He stood up with a black T-shirt and the black.
That's him. Right, and he discovered Hendrix.
Yes, and managed Slade and got them 6 #1 hits. That guy.
Well, I'm learning a lot this morning. I'm learning a lot.
And the two in the front, that's Alan Price.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Alan
Who's the other
guy? Alan Price there. And you've got Eric Burdon next to him with the white trousers, sat down. Brilliant, talented band. Yeah, in many ways. And the last one, and then we're going to call it quits, mate. There's a best of Alan Price there. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, with his hits, it's the best.
Happy Tortoise.
I wouldn't have a clue. That's an album filler, mate. But that's the story of the animals. And you could do another 10 minutes on the animals. Over that, I can't push it enough how talented a group they were. But thanks for a great show, Matt. You need to catch your train.
Oh yeah, I will be very shortly.
Yeah, we all love the work that you do. You do brilliant work with your graphics and all the effort you put into these shows, and I appreciate it. And I know everybody else does, mate. Brilliant.
Yeah, no, thank you, Paul, and it's great to do this each week with you. But thank you to Malcolm, who's just sent me a bit on YouTube.
Right. Yeah.
So I shall watch that very shortly.
That's what he's talking about, Decca, the English label Decca.
Oh, and he's talking about Decca Records, right? Yeah.
That's what he's talking about. Well done, Malcolm.
Yeah.
They were the band. Decca were the band that turned the Beatles down.
Well, they were foolish, weren't they?
They signed Parlophone. They went for an audition at Decca and they got knocked back. They said they're no good.
Yeah. I'm sure we will cover off the Beatles at some point. Cheers, David. Thank you for joining us. Murray, great stuff, guys. See you tomorrow, Paul. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Obviously, it's been a bit of a quicker one. It's been an earlier one. I am catching the 9:58 train from Paul.
It's cancelled. I just had it on my phone. It's cancelled, mate. So.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So, but yeah, like I say, we cheers to everybody for all these comments here as well. Great show. Thank you, Dave, for joining again. Great show, guys. Enjoy the game, everyone. Yeah, everybody enjoy the game. Let's hope we get 3 points. But yes, we won't be back next week. Like I say, I'm away next week. So me and Paul will have a little bit of a break, but we will be back on the 14th, which is the day that we play Burnley. That might be a slightly different show. We're not too sure yet, but if not, it will be the usual one, but there will be something at 8 o'clock on that day. So, do tune back in with us.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, all that's left to say from me is goodbye from me.
And Matt, I've got to wish you have a brilliant day, mate. I wish I was there. You'll love it. Have a great day. You and Craig, really enjoy yourself, mate. See you guys.
Cheerio.
TalkSport Fan Network.
The ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
I should be like you, Mel.